Baby, please don't go. Now, baby, please don't go. Now, baby, please don't go down to New Orleans. You know I love you so. You know your man done gone. You know your man done gone. You know your man done gone down the Cardiff Farm. He's got the shackles on. Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here with yet another 4-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's Baby Please Don't Go. This is a special cigar box guitar that I've had for many years, and I love the sound of this guitar. It's got a real nice spank to it. It sounds like a Telecaster. I've got the pickup humbucker way back here in the back, which makes it a brighter sound. So if you put the pickup here in the middle, it gives it an even sound, neither too bright or too bassy. It's just right in the middle. And the further back that you move the pickup towards the bridge, the brighter that pickup is going to be. And this one just turned out to where the strings are just barely above the pickup, so it has extra spank. So it sounds like a Telecaster. I figured this would be a good idea to do Baby Please Don't Go with the finger picking. Baby, please don't go. Now, baby, please don't go. Now, baby, please don't go down to New Orleans. You know I love you so. So we're going to start out using fingers, the first, second, and thumb. So when we start out doing the walking pattern here, I'm using my thumb on the 4th string, and I'm doing a down strum with the thumb and a up strum with my first finger. So I'm not going to play any chords here. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So thumb on the down, first finger on the up. So when your foot is tapping, which it always should be tapping when you play guitar, your foot is going to be following my hand. So when my hand goes down, that's when your foot goes down. That makes a lot of sense, right? Pretty straightforward. So I'm doing a down strum with the thumb, up strum with the first finger. And here's the pattern. Choking with this hand, so we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to stop choking with that hand so you can see a little bit better. I'm sure that's probably the very first lick a whole bunch of you all learned back in the day on the open tune guitar. So what I'm doing is thumb on the 4th string, and then I'm using my first finger to do an up strum on all the strings. Or maybe just the top 2, or maybe the top 3, either way. So here is the picking pattern without actually doing the walk up. So you don't want to be bum, bum, bum. You want to be bum, da, bum, da, bum, da, bum, da, bum, da. So here's the pattern. You start with the open 4th string. After every one of these notes that you pluck with your thumb, you're going to hit that chord after it. So it's bass, chord, bass note, chord. going to funkify it here in just a minute, but that's how it is right now. So I'm using that 4th string open, using my thumb, and then doing an up strum. Then I'm moving to the 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, 4th string. That sounds pretty dissonant, but it's supposed to, because you're only playing it for a split second anyway. Right? So here's the whole pattern. That's the 3rd string, open, and then we're going to be playing on the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and back down. So we're walking up and walking back down with an up strum in between. So that was played pretty straight. So now we're going to funkify it. In other words, instead of going boo da boo da boo, it's going to go boo da 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 boo da. So that's kind of fast. So let's do that same thing slower, so we can get the feel of it. So I'm using my thumb to play the bass notes. And then in between all those, I'm using a 1st finger for an up strum. Now that's not how you want to play it. That's the more, I don't know, stagnant version. You want to make it swing. Real slow. Slower. Make sure it swings. So you want to make it go da 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 da. Now we're going to funkify it. Here we go. So we're making it more bouncy, I guess you'd say. So let's start out kind of slow, and then we'll slowly speed it up. Notice how all those notes are smooth and kind of running together. I don't know what that means. Instead of choppy. There's nothing wrong with that, but we want to make it a little bit more funky. So now we're changing the rhythm of it. Just making it more bouncy. Everything's choked off, right? So notice my 1st finger playing the ups. As soon as I play the up, I play the down with my thumb. So it's ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. 1st finger is the ba, and the dump is my thumb. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And I'm doing 2 at the end there. This is just a more funky version of it. Now I'm doing some choking on this hand, so now we're getting kind of fancy here. I'm using my first finger on the first string for that drone note. Later on, we can use the second, third, or fourth. So here's the second. And here is the third. Or you can go. I'm playing on the top two strings there. So it's up to you. You can move your first finger to the first string, the second string, or the third string. First finger on the first string. Second string. Third string. So you have a lot of different options there, and you can jump around and move it around as you play the song. You don't have to stick with one of those all the way through the whole song. All right, so from the top. Let's take a look at the right hand. I'm anchoring with my pinky. My second finger is going along with my first finger, but it's not doing anything. It's like they're glued together. First finger's on the second string all the way through that whole thing. Now, the tricky part is choking with your fretting hand. Notice how these fingers are just bouncing all over the place. That's because I'm choking with that hand instead of this hand. Well, sometimes I might be double choking. I might be choking with this hand as well for extra insurance. Real slow. I'm just playing the bass part right now. Real close. Again, first finger and thumb down here. You don't have to use your fingers all the way through. You can do a big fat strum of all of them if you want. So, if you haven't fretted with your left hand, it is a little bit tricky when you start out. I've done a bunch of lessons on this. Your fingers are flopping all over the place, and it does take some time. I mean, it does take some time, a week or two. Practicing a little bit every day, maybe not that long if you've been playing for a while. If you've been playing for a while, then it's relatively easy. If you've been playing for just a few weeks or a few months and you've never tried this, it might take you a month or two or three. What I did when I started out to get that technique where I'm muting with my left hand is I just stayed down here and did that. And this is all over all my lessons, basically. So my fingers are flopping everywhere, or my thumb is kind of coming up, and for extra insurance, it's killing that fourth string, and my first finger is killing that third string, which is right there. Also, the second and third fingers are sort of kind of muting as well. It's just a whole bunch of fingers muting. But notice how I'm flopping all over the place. That's because I'm fretting with the first finger or second finger, and then I'm muting. So if I press down the third string with my first finger on the second fret, I'm lifting off the fretboard. That first finger is lifting off the fretboard to kill it. And also, any open strings that might be ringing out are killed by these other fingers. Now, if I play this real fast, you'll see my fingers plopping all over the place. The trick is to get that feel of your fingers going up and down on the beat. So once those fingers move and you get that groove, then everything falls into place. It's going to take a while, like I said. You might get 1 or 2 seconds and you're like, oh, there it is, and then you're going to lose it. And you might get a few more seconds a little bit later on for 5 or 10 seconds, and then you're going to lose it. And you're going to wonder how you did it, right? So you got to go right back. Start out slow, like real slow, like super slow, like really slow. Notice how I'm jumping the beat on that note. That's what gives it that funky feel. Well, that's part of what gives it the funky feel. That's not 100% what gives it the funky feel, but you know what I mean. For this part, we're really concentrating on doing that choking with this hand and playing that riff. I changed this years ago to this. It just sounds cooler. So that should get you hopping. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one. Since 2004, over 4,000 sold, 20 years. It's quite amazing, actually. And we'll see you next time.